Hi everyone, my name is Ellie. I'm from the Turquoise Girl Patisserie. I've got such cabin fever and I just thought, I'm sure everybody else is feeling the same, and I thought of a couple of things that I might want to, just a couple of little tips and tricks that I like to use, something that might help you. I guess we can't use this time to say we didn't learn anything. So yeah, that's what I want to do. What I want to show you is how I easily see what dimensions the cakes are going to be. Sometimes it's so difficult to think about how a 6-inch that's 8 inches tall and a 2-inch tall 8-inch cake will look if you don't have those apps that do that for you. And sometimes I find them a little bit, you know, hard to use in a sense that I can't draw on them. So if I'm sitting with a client, I can show them what the dimensions will look like, but then I still have to sketch this in any case. So here's my little quick tip of how I quickly and easily sketch out the dimensions and how they'll work together in that the cake will be the canvas, and if the canvas looks good. Okay, here we go. Obviously a turquoise pen. So you want to get yourself a square notebook. So this has got little squares. You get them in different sizes. I found ones at Exclusive Books that are like really, really small, and I love those little ones. This is like my favorite thing to use to sketch in, and I'll show you now why. So let's say one of these blocks is 1 inch by 1 inch, right? So now we can sketch our cakes accordingly. So let's say I want to start off with let's say 4 inch at the top. Okay, so then I go sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's say I want the 4 inch to be 4 inches tall. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There I've got my 4 inch. I'm going to put a 6 inch below that. So a 6 inch is just 2 inches out. 1 inch, 1 inch, right? So that's 1 inch, 2 inch, 3, 4, 5, 6 inch. Easy. And now let's say I think I want this one to be 6 inches tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I draw that out. There we go. So let's talk about a separator or a divider in here. So a divider, I usually make it 2 inches smaller than the tier above it. Okay, so this one I would make it a 4 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And usually they're 1 inch tall. So there we go. And then now the next one, I think I might want it to be a really nice and tall cake, beautifully tall. So let's do it a 7 inch. Okay, so a 7 inch is overall 1 inch bigger than a 6 inch. I mean, that's easy peasy, right? So what we need to do now is half. So because on either side it will be half an inch out. Okay, so let's do so these are obviously 6 inches, right? Because we've got that from the 6 inch here, so we need another ½ inch on top of that. So there we go. So that we know that's where the 7 inch starts. Let's see how big we want to make it. I like tall cakes, and I cannot lie. So let's do another 6 inch tall. I love the 1.5 times tall cakes, really. That's my favorite. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And for the next one, I think I want to do a step. I like playing with the silhouette of the cake, right? So this would be very nice to add a step now. You'll see what I mean by a step if you haven't seen my designs before. And a step I usually make 1 inch wider than the cake above it. So a divider is 2 inches smaller than the one above it, than the cake above it, and the step will be 1 inch bigger than the cake above it. Okay, so we have got 7 here, so we want it to be an 8 inch. So we know we need to just add another half. So there we go. So there we've got our step. And then the cake below it, I usually like to make that again 1 inch bigger. So this one will be another half added. There we go. So that will be, so this is a 4 inch, this is a 6 inch, that's a 7 inch, this little divider here is a 4 inch, this one is an 8 inch, and this is a 9 inch. See, usually bakers start with really big cakes at the bottom, and then, you know, they look kind of plump. See, I'm only now getting to a 9 inch, which is such a nice, tall, elegant design. Okay, so there we go. How big do I want this to be? I think that one can be 4 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, this will depend on your guest count as well. But it's just, I just wanted to show you how I quickly and easily count out and look whether the dimensions will be proportionate and whether they will look good. So obviously you need to have this together in conjunction with making sure that you've got enough portions. And so we could keep going here obviously, but I think I'm going to finish off. You get the idea. At the bottom here, I think I would like to add another separator, another divider. So again, that one will be 2 inches smaller than the one above it. So that's 1 inch in, that's 1 inch in, and oops, I can't really draw because I can't put my head like this. I'm drawing from a distance. Okay, from a distance. I think I'm gonna cut that out. Okay, there we go. So, and then obviously below that, some size here will be the cake board. And then we've got our cake. I think this is pretty easy. From here you can sketch it nicely. Obviously you don't get the feel of them being round, but it's just a matter of if you were to look front on onto the cake, will the dimensions work for you? And I don't know, I kind of like this guy. So if you ever end up making this one kind of like that, just tag me, have a, I'd love to see it. And I hope this will be helpful for you. All right. That's it. That's how I easily and quickly sketch out dimensions for a cake.